Hey, I know it's been a while, but I wanted to do a little bit of talking because I've had some issues with some friends. I didn't know, but some of my friends were being good friends. And I learned this because they said one thing, but then they acted a different way. They didn't put me first. Never. Not once. They put themselves first every single time. And another thing that happened was I told them non-stop that my birthday was going to happen after spring break. It was such an important date to me. Because I didn't get a sweet 16 like others did. I got a sweet 17. I wanted to celebrate it and have the best year possible. But she showed me she couldn't be there for me. She accused me of being fake when I wasn't. Well, she thought I accused her of being fake, so she thought I was being fake. But really, I was just so hurt. Because she doesn't ever include me anymore, like she used to. She doesn't ever do anything for me. And now whenever I'm around her, I just feel icky. Like I'm heartbroken. Like my stomach drops whenever I go near her. And if I'm being honest, why should I be around her if she's not going to value me as a friend? I put so much energy into our friendship, she didn't even acknowledge it. I cared about her so much, she didn't care about me as much. She said she did, but she didn't acknowledge my feelings when I told her I felt left out. I was there, but she acted like I wasn't. Like I didn't exist. She said maybe hi once when I arrive. And then she pretends like I'm not there for the entire time. I can't do that. Because growing up in elementary school, I was bullied non-stop. I had no friends. I had a neighbor or two that were nice to me, but they didn't actually consider me their friends at that point. They just saw me as someone they knew because they lived nearby. They talked to me like maybe 3 times all of elementary school. That's 6 years of my life. I was barely talked to, barely by my family, barely by teachers, barely by anybody. I sat on a concrete slab, not being paid attention to, just sitting there, being idle for a long, long period every single day. That crushed me. I never want to feel like that again. She made me feel that way again. She made me feel like I wasn't valid. Like I felt so hurt and alone every single time I was around her. I felt like I was genuinely not having a friend. I felt like I was being betrayed. I felt like I wasn't being heard. And I wasn't. Because she never listened to me. Everyone else heard me. Everyone else understood me. Complete strangers knew it was my birthday before she did. Like, I don't know why she thinks it's okay to not accept that. I blocked her on all of my socials. I had to send a goodbye text through my friend. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to do it. Because I couldn't go to her and say it. I was literally gonna cry just because I was hurt and she was not acknowledging it. She should have acknowledged it when I told her it. I tried telling her it, and then she said, eh? And then walked off to go comfort our friend who had just gotten broken up with. She did not understand what I was talking about. And then later on in class, she came in to get her things. She waved at me. It was awkward, really, really awkward, because she didn't listen to me at all. And she knew that. And she knew I was upset with her. Because when she walked in, I think she heard me complaining about her, being upset from her. But clearly she did not care enough, because she would have stayed and said something. She would have fixed the issue if she actually cared about our relationship, but she doesn't. She just cares about having me to talk to because she has fond memories with me. And the only thing I could do was break it off. Because quite frankly, all I felt was negativity. All I felt was sadness. And I've been trying to improve myself. I've been trying to find myself. I've been trying to avoid being sad all the time. Because I'm always sad. And I can't help that. But I can. I can get rid of the things that make it worse. I can get rid of all the things that do not benefit me, that do not benefit my mental health, which I did. I started getting rid of anyone who made me feel like I wasn't valid, because I have a history of not choosing myself again and again and again. And that was clearly happening again, because no one was choosing me. So I had to choose me. Then I found out who my real friends were last moment. My friend Hope, my friend Alondra. All of my friends who I don't get to see that often are the ones who are actually there for me. They check in on me. They remember my birthday. They said happy birthday. They surprised me with presents. They care. People actually care. And I was not used to it. Which is how I know that I need to do better. That I need to get rid of those other people that are bad for me. That make me feel like I can't be happy. Because when I can't feel happy around someone, then I'm not happy because of them. Because they're making me sad. Because they're hurting my emotions. They're lying to me. They're leaving me out. And if you've gotten this far through the video, the reason why I don't acknowledge this at first, and I've always struggled with it, is because I'm autistic. I know I am. I can't tell signals from people. So when some people speak in sarcasm, I can't tell. I can't tell when people are making fun of me either. Until it's like a couple days later, or later on in that day when silence fills my mind. It's not okay for you to constantly feel like you can't trust something someone says. And I've always looked at people with such trust because I trust them not to hurt me. But I don't think I can do that anymore. Because they aren't going to choose me unless I tell them to choose me. Unless they're real. I shouldn't have to tell them to choose me every single time. The people who choose me are as sweet as me. Who care as much as me. Who love as much as me. Who share all of my thoughts, and I can share theirs. We can understand each other without hurting each other. Why is it that everyone wants to hurt you? Why is it everyone that wants to hurt me? Why is it that everyone is hurting? Why is it that my mom is hurting? What can I do? Because I ain't gonna get chosen because no one else has time unless I show them I am valued. And I am. Because I love myself. I finally do. It took me years to say it, but I love myself. I love who I'm becoming. I'm becoming better. I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm gathering my thoughts, one at a time. I'm doing vlogs. I'm writing. Taking care of my cat. Applying for jobs. Getting ready for college. It's hard, but I'm finally getting there. After forever. I don't know what it is, but no one seems to listen when it's really needed. It takes a moment to listen, but when you do, everything becomes clear. Nothing hurts, because at the end of the day, once you've listened, you can come up with a plan. You won't feel as hurt. Listening is so beneficial, yet no one does it. Nowadays, no one values another as much as their self, and that's not fair to those who need to be listened to, who need to be noticed. It's the people that never get a second glance that need it the most. I'm going to go. If you've been listening this long, comment how you've been feeling lately. This is more of just an emotional check-in, because I want to start doing video vlogs. I want to understand myself better, because there's someone out there who feels the same way as me, who has hurt the same way as me. And I don't want to be someone that others can't look up to. So hopefully, one day, someone can look up to me as I looked up to someone once. Goodbye.